Not many people question what would happen if the dumb masses refuses to vote. If you look at Google and you type in the words, why vote? Voting doesn't matter. What's interesting, you can't find the negative. Even though the gap between the rich and the poorer is getting quite wide, the rich are making plenty of money and the poor, are losing out. Still, Google are trying to tell the dumb poor people that you have every right to vote. There's more positive in voting than there is negative. A lot of people are losing their homes. A lot of people living on the streets. It's just the cost of living. The war in Russia and Ukraine. Yet they're trying to tell people that you're better off voting. You ask any individual, and I don't just mean black people or white people, okay? But what have the government done for you? Some people are voting because they don't want blacks living in their country. Some voting because they want to abolish racism. Some voting because they want the child to go to a decent school. They want better education. And you ask these people, have the what you desire ever been fulfilled? Has it? And you say no. Then why you continue voting? You know full well every 4 years they stir you up with patriotism. They stir you up with promising of better business structure, better jobs. Nothing ever happens. Yet, people still vote. And you think to yourself a question, why? You know full well, people come, when you go to the local tavern or the local pub for a drink or a pint, and you always slag off the government. They're all liars. They're all deceivers. Yet, you want more of it because tomorrow night you'll go out there and you will vote for these liars and these deceivers. You know full well they can't give you what you want, whether it's all white America or all white Britain, whatever, you know they can't give it to you. If that's your fantasy, if that's your desire to see an all-white America, an all-white Britain, they promised you it. Stir you up. But every 4 years, you will fall for the same carrot at the end of the donkey's nose. You're the ass with the carrot at the end of your nose, and they'll make you fall for their gimmicks. Time and time again, big gimmick, and you fall for it. Why? What happens if you stop voting? You say, I give up. They lied to me. I give up. Do you think that the government would fold overnight? All the super rich would lose their wealth? Of course not. Why do you think you have the New World Order? Why do you think this New World Order is a shadow government that always plans for civil unrest? Always plan. They either cause civil unrest or they prepare for it. And strategies. Because the government, they're all in it together. They're not fighting and squabbling. They have the same mindset when it comes to supporting Israel. The same mindset when it comes to supporting Ukraine. They always seem to have the same enemies and the same friends, whether you're voting Republican, whether you're voting Democrat. They always have the same friends. You see, wait, what's going on? They're supposed to be different. They want to fight each other, and you see Donald Trump knocking out Joe Biden. Yet, when it comes down to it, they heart beat the same blood. They're not different. I think, what game is going on here? What game? The game is on poor people. The game is on you. Because whether the whole world says, okay, we're going to stop voting, what do you think would happen? they would send the armed police out. To contain and neutralize the threat, just to make sure your hungry ass don't go cannibalizing outside, multi-millionaire mansions, just to keep your cannibal self. They're scared of this. It was a zombie movie I was watching. All the cannibals all come out the earth and start to shed off all their worms and looking for food. That's what they're scared of. If poor people will start to cannibalize and move towards rich neighborhoods. It's all about containing, neutralizing. By forcing you to vote, give you the false illusion that things are changing, and it keeps you happy and docile. Your medication for 4 years. That's what voting is. It's your medicine to keep you calm for 4 years. Keep you calm. At any moment, the government will deliver. And still they lie. They'll whip up a good game. This time, and we're going to deport foreigners. This time, the foreigners going to go. And we're not going anywhere. But you know something? You get turned on by the language. At that time, it's sweet like sugar. And they really know how to stir a good stir. They really know how to stir a good stir fry. The language is so rich. America, we're gonna take it back. And you're going dizzy. Woo! You're going dizzy. Same with Britain. We're gonna claim back our sovereignty. And every white person thought that all blacks were gonna be deported. All blacks, and they found that it was all a lie. But still, they had your vote. Still, they had your vote. And you know something? They will continue to have your vote because you don't know any better. You don't know any better. They'll lull you with lullaby Brahms. Lullaby Brahms. They'll lull you with the hypnotic, patriotic, rhetoric, and nothing to show for it. If people stop voting, trust me, nothing will change. Why? All they will do is get the military out, get the army out. The army and military is not there to serve your poor, patriotic ass. You can't afford to buy a house. You can't afford to send your kids to a good school. They're not there for your poor white ass. They're there to protect the rich and protect the government. That's what the army is there for. That's what the military is there for. Just in case your white ass gets uppity and you want to resist. Just in case your white ass decide you're going to have an insurrection. If they want you to rebel, they will tell you when, not as you choose. All this voting, when 2 million people marched in London, 2 million say we don't want any war in Iraq. Why wasn't our voting then valid? Why? When 2 million people, like even Palestine, marched against, Britain and America funding Israel to kill babies. And people, they said, no, we don't want this to happen. Where's democracy? They say, you vote once every 4 years and they leave it. They do whatever they want. They do whatever they want. Your voice don't count because you're only a poor peasant. You're nobody. Keep you with the illusion that you're somebody. Every 4 years they whip you up and you're like, I'm somebody. I'm going to vote. Vote what? What are they giving you? I'm still here with my suitcase. I ain't gone nowhere. Give you the illusion that you're somebody. You will die a peasant. And you will die never having your wishes fulfilled. Never. Not your grandchildren or your children's children. Yep, they kept you deceived. You know, they kept you in the illusion. And you love it up. You love it up. You can't get enough of it. That's the reason why, at the end of the day, I don't vote. Because I know it's a game. You know, for every white person, I'm not saying all white people, for every white person that wants to vote to get rid of blacks, you know, it's not going to happen. For every black person that wants to vote to end racism, it's not going to happen. It's a game. Try to meet up with your politician and tell them your heart desire and see if they fulfill it. It's a game. See if they fulfill it, your heart desire. And that's why they keep the likes of the KKK around. Conquer and divide and division. Keep the rich rich and protected. You know, if we didn't vote, you know something, there wouldn't be no anarchy. There wouldn't be nothing. The government would still continue as they do now. They would just team up together, Republican and liberals, Democrat, and conservative and Labour. They would team up together, and the rest of us would be slaves. Wake up! Voting is a con. It's a con. You can't even say what you want without being done for hate speech. Wake up! You can't see that they've taken control of your mind. It's the same thing that happened in Fairy Grove in the New World Order. Wake up before it's too late.